Hello, good morning. So this is the continuation of the ordinary annuity and na-discuss natin kung paano na-derive yung formula last time. And this time, sample problems na tayo. Okay, I think I have prepared 4 examples. So, tignan natin. Anyway, bago tayo magsimula sa problem solving, let us recall the formulas. Okay? One is, if you know the present worth of what you are paying or what you have invested, so you have the present term or present worth P. Tama ba? It's like saying that you know the present worth, okay? Like umutang ka, alam mo yung present worth P. So you gained, okay? You gained something worth P. And now you are paying for uniform payments, sabi ko nga, that is worth A. Yun yung annuities natin. Tama? And ito yung ating cash flow diagram. Dot, dot, dot. Ibig sabihin, parang fast forward. So, yan. Okay, we don't know, or we have n number of payments or n number of periods. Okay? So, ang formula dito is A times 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative n. Tama? Over I. Okay? Then, if you have if you are investing, let's say A, dot, 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 dash, dash, dash. This is your final payment. Okay, then this is your future worth F. Tandaan mo na sa ordinary annuity, the present worth is 1 period behind the first payment. Okay tayo ron? And sa ordinary annuity, the future worth is at the same date of the last payment. Okay? That will be always the case. Okay? For us to apply the formula, dapat mo susunod itong mga cases, itong mga scenario na yan. Okay? That P is 1 period behind and F is just on the date of the last payment. Okay? And we have that formula here. Future worth is equal to A times 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 over I. Okay, so those are our formulas. Now, the problem is, ang gusto kong ipaalala muna bago tayo solving is yung n at saka yung I. Okay? Take note that n and I, okay, lagyan natin note. Note n and I should be expressed or should be compatible. Okay? Ibig sabihin, they should be expressed in the same periods. Okay? Ibig sabihin, if your payment is every quarter, then your interest rate must be compounded quarterly. If your payments are semi-annual, then your interest rate should be semi-annual as well. Paano kung hindi magkatugma? Then you have to convert the interest rate, the nominal interest rate from, let's say, quarterly to kung ano yung kailangan. Inaral natin yan sa mga past lessons. Conversion of one nominal rate to another. Okay? So, halimbawa, if we are yung gagawin nating mga solution sa paggawa o sa pag-solve ng mga problem ngayon, we will do it in 2 approaches. Actually, hindi naman sila magkaiba, pero it's just a matter of how you view the formula. Okay? So, if we are using solution 1, ang pagkaka-define natin sa n is yung number of payments or pwede ring number of periods. Okay? Sa solution 1 natin, ang n natin is not always in years. Okay? Paiba-iba yan. It can be monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, annually, etc. Okay? So, kahit ano. Okay? It depends upon the payment terms. Okay? So, yung I naman is yung compounding factor o yung interest rate per period. Okay? Let's say we have this, we have an example of, let's say, ang annuity natin, o ang annuity natin is, let's say, quarterly. Okay, every quarter. So, this is the beginning of first quarter, this is the end of first quarter, second, third, fourth, and so on, hanggang sa mapunta doon sa last period. Okay? Quarterly yung payment natin. So, naka-quarters yung ating cash flow diagram. Tapos, let's say, ang ating nominal interest rate R is equal to, let's say, 10% compounded quarterly. So, anong ilalagay mo dun sa letter I? Anong ilalagay mo dun sa interest rate? Sabi natin, I is compounding factor per period. So, ibig sabihin, if your payments are every quarter, ano ba yung compounding factor every quarter? Kung ang nominal interest rate mo is 10% compounded quarterly, di ba hahatiin mo yan sa 4? So, ibig sabihin, every compounding period, you have 2.5%. Okay? 2.5%. So, 2.5% ang ilalagay mo rito. Okay? Take note of this approach. Okay? Kasi I am biased dito sa solution na to kasi ayoko kasi gumagamit ng R at saka ng M. Okay? Ang gusto ko, yung N is adjustable. Ibig sabihin, nagagalaw siya. It could be, eto nga, monthly, quarterly, etc. Okay? And you will adjust your interest rate according dun sa N. Okay? Most problem naman, expresses the nominal interest rate na katapat din nung payment periods. Okay? Most problem. Pero may isa akong example dito na magkaiba yung payment periods at saka yung nominal interest rate. So, meron kayong reference. Now, yung solution 2 naman natin is if you don't want to, or if you want to stick with the definition that N is in years, and R is nominal interest rate, and M is number of compounding periods per year, then you will use this solution 2, okay? Which is ang formula natin for present worth equals A equals 1 minus 1 plus I. Okay, pero if your interest rate is nominal, R over M raised to negative Mn, okay, over R over M. Actually, this formula is exactly the same as ito. Ang pinagkaiba lang, if you are viewing N as hindi siya fixed, ibig sabihin nagagalaw-galaw siya, hindi mo na gagamitin to. Okay? Kasi hindi ka naman nakastick sa, kasi dito sa formula na to, N is always in years. Okay? And your M is compounding periods per year. Alam niya yung definition yan. Per year. Okay? And R is your nominal interest rate. Okay? So, same dun sa future worth. So, that's A times 1 plus I. 1 plus R over M. Raised to Mn minus 1 over R over M. It's exactly the same dito sa formula na to. Pinagkaiba lang is, eto, actually, I find it reasonable more dito sa formula na to. Sabi ko nga, bias ako dito sa formula na to because I am not fond of memorizing formulas. Kasi tingin ko dito, mas nakakainis tignan. Although, hindi naman siya ganun kahirap kabisduin kasi you simply replace R over M or you simply replace I with R over M and you simply add M and here. Okay? But I like flexibility, so I just understand the concept of this formula and adjust according dun sa problem. Okay? So, I am biased dito sa solution 1. Anyway, papakita natin both solution 1 and solution 2. Solution 1 is if you are very comfortable or confident in using this formula. And solution 2, if you want to stick with R, being the nominal interest rate, and M is the number of compounding periods per year. Anyway, it's your choice. Okay, pero dapat parehas lang ang sagot niyan. Okay? So, let's have example number 1. So, dito sa example number 1, ang sabi, a man paid 20% down payment of 2,500,000 pesos for a house and lot and agreed to pay 80% balance on monthly installments for 60 months at an interest rate of 17% compounded monthly. Okay? Ito yung ating nominal interest rate R. So, compute the amount of the monthly payment. So, kung titignan mo to, kaya sabi ko, favorite ko yung eco na math. Kasi this is very practical. Kasi this is about buying real estate. Okay? Which is, gagawin nyo rin in the future. So, sabi, 2.5 million yung cost ng house and lot, and you have the 20%, let's say cash mong babayaran yun. So, ano ba yung 20% ng 2.5? So, that's 500,000. Tama? So, 500,000 babayaran mo, yung 2 million, uutangin mo. Ayun, 80% balance, uutangin mo, and mag-amortize ka. Okay, amortizations, o yung hulugan. Okay? Ang payment term is 60 months. Okay? Maikli lang, 5 years lang yan. And ang interest rate mo is eto. Okay? Anong pinapahanap sa atin is magkano yung monthly mo. Yun lang yan, ganun lang kasimple. Take note that in this problem, hindi tayo pinahirapan ng problem kasi the payment is monthly and the nominal interest rate is monthly. So, good yun kasi tugma yung interest rate mo doon sa periodical payments mo. Okay? So, the next thing na gagawin natin is yung cash flow diagram. Okay? Huwag natin dash na lang. Eh, kasi marami yan eh. So, this is your P. On the present, on the year, on 0, doon sa cash flow diagram, meron kong arrow pataas kasi nangungutang ka eh. Okay? Nakuha mo na yung bahay. May utang ka pa doon. So, anyway, nag-gain ka ng 2 million. Hala, sir, bakit 2 million na lang? 2 million na lang yung utang mo eh, di ba? 2.5, binayaran mo yung 20%, which is 500K. So, 2 million na lang yung utang mo. Okay? And this is ordinary annuity kasi wala namang binanggit na in advance or at the beginning of every month. So, default is ordinary. So, ibig sabihin, at the end of the first month, magabayad ka na. Okay? Take note that the payments are of the same interval and of course of the same amount. Okay? 0, 1, 2, 3, ... hanggang the 60th month. Okay? So, ayan. The next, yung solution 1 natin, yung gagamitin ko is, ano yun? We have the present worth equals A times 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative N. I am not using M and R. Okay? I am simply using N and I. Yung N ko rito is number of months or number of months or number of payments. Of course, that's 60. And yung I ko rito is compounding factor o yung interest rate ko kada buwan. Since I have 17% compounded monthly, okay? Ilang percent yan kada buwan? Tama ba? Di ba hati-hatiin yan sa 12? So that's 0.17 divided by 12. So that's 1.42. Let's say 1.42 na lang. Okay? So that means I have a 1.42% interest rate per month. Okay? So yun yung value ng aking I, 1.42% per month. Inuulit ko, take note that the interest rate I and the unit of N should be compatible. Per month yung interest rate and months yung ating periodical payment. So you just put the numbers on the formula. So present worth na utang natin is 2 million equals A tapos 1 minus 1 plus ano yan, 0.01416 something raised to negative N. N natin is 60. Number of payments yan or number of periods. Tapos I natin is 0.01416 o 14, parang 1417 yun kasi 666 yung dulo eh. Ayan. Okay? So, the next thing to do is shift solve na lang. Okay? So, ilan to? 2 million equals x1 minus 1 plus a, nakastore sa a, raised to negative 60. Oops. Over a. Solve. Ano to? Nag-reclam. Ewan ko, minsan na may topak tong calculator eh. Let's just simplify itong, kasi constant naman to eh. Simplify na lang natin yan. Then, itong constant na yan, i-divide na lang natin sa 2 million so we can directly have a. Okay? Or if you want, you can just reverse engineer dito and see if you will get 2 million pesos. So anyway, let's try. That's 40 point, let's store din sa B. Tapos 2 million divided by B. That's 49,705.15. So that's your monthly amortizations. Okay? Or your monthly payments. Don't forget the unit pesos. Okay? So, mahirap ba? It's not. Madali lang. Kailangan mo lang intindihin yung problem. And of course, you have to understand how the formula works. Okay? Next, as promised, let's try solution 2. We're going to have the same tawag dyan? The same cash flow diagram. So, paste na lang natin siya sa next page. Okay? Now, we are sticking with the formula that contains R at saka yung M. O, this is your solution 2. Okay? Sabi natin, present worth is equal to A times 1 minus 1 plus R over M raised to Mn, negative, sorry. Don't forget that negative sign, over Rm. Where R is number of, o yung nominal interest rate mo, which is yung 0.17. And yung M mo is, in this case, 12 because you have 12 compounding periods in a year. Kasi, o 12 periods in a year. So, monthly kasi yung payment. I think we can just substitute the values sa calculator kasi it's going to be the same. 2 million. Actually, ang ayoko kasi dito sa formula na to, parehas lang naman kasi to eh. Ito kasi hinati lang din natin to, di ba? Nung kanina, yung 0.17 over 12. Tapos ito magiging 60 rin kasi itong N is 5 years. Tandaan mo, kapag ginagamit mo yung formula na yan, N is always 5 o N is always in years. So that's 5. Tapos M is 12. Tama ba? So 12 times 5, that's just 60. Anyway, sabi ko nga para sa akin din kasi mas mahaba lang isulat yan. Kaya ayoko niyan. Okay? 1 minus 1 plus R is 0.17 over M. Negative 12 times 5 over R over M. Okay? So, if you solve that, I am 100% sure na ang sagot is the same. Okay, hindi ko na i-calculate ha. Just check dun sa inyong mga calculator. Okay? So, that is our example number 1. Next, we have the second example. So, a piece of machinery can be bought for 10,000 pesos cash. That means, yun yung initial worth niya ngayon. O that is its present worth. Okay? For 2,000. Or, kung gusto mong hulugan, you have to pay 2,000 pesos down payment and 750 pesos per year. And that is payable in 15 years. Tagal nun, di ba? So, ano daw yung annual interest rate for the time payments? Okay? Note that the problem is easy dahil yung payment periods natin, periodical payments natin, at saka yung interest rate na tinatanong is the same. Okay? Annual, tapos per year. So, this is going to be easy. Okay? If you draw the cash flow diagram, ganito talaga yan, ha? Let's say you bought that pagka binili mo yan ng cash, wala ka nang isosolve na interest rate kasi wala ka nang babayaran na utang kapag binili mo ng cash. So let's just assume na binili natin yan ng hulugan. So you have 10K here and you paid 2,000 pesos as down payment. So pag sinimplify mo to, 8K na lang yan. 'Di ba? Tandaan mo, pwedeng pag minusin kapag magkatapat sila ng oras sa cash flow diagram. Pwede mo directly pag minusin yan. So pwede mo na lang sabihin na 10K minus 2K, ang utang mo na lang is 8K, tama ba? Okay? And you are paying that loan na 8,000 pesos for 750 for 15 years. Okay, erase. Oops. Hello. Ulit. Ayan. 750. 15th year. 0, then first year. Okay, so interest rate ang hinahanap ay you have the present worth and this is the formula that we will be using. Okay? Present worth na kailangan bayaran is 8,000 pesos. Annuity is 750. Okay? 1 minus 1 plus the annual interest rate ay ilang years? 15 over I. So, I is equal to sorry, 15 pala. Shift solve. So that's it. At maraming roots ang lumabas. Kasi raised to 15 kasi yung ano natin yung exponent ng x. So maglalabas siya ng 15 roots din. Anyway, lahat ng roots is imaginary maliban dito sa huli. So the only real root that makes sense is yung 0.46 or let's just say 4.6%. Okay? And that is the answer. Okay, I think I don't have to show solution 2 for this example. So, kayo na bahala dyan. This is quite easy. Okay? Sir, paano kapag pagka walang shift solve? Anyway, you can, hindi ko na papakita rito ha. You can use your knowledge dun sa logarithms to solve for the interest rate. Okay? Kaya nyo na yan. Or you can just back solve, reverse engineer. Okay? Next, teka, parang, I think this is number 3. Mali na numbering. Next problem. So, sabi, a man inherited a regular endowment of 100,000 pesos every year at the end of 3 months. Every end of 3 months for 3 years. Ibig sabihin, the periodical payments happen every 3 months or every quarters. Diba? Every quarters yan. 10 taon. However, he may choose to get a single lump sum payment at the end of 4 years. So how much is this lump sum if the cost of money is 14% compounded quarterly? Take note that we have no problem converting the interest rate kasi parehas lang sila ng compounding period. So 3 months every quarter and your interest rate is 14% compounded quarterly. And if you use solution 1, we know that every quarter, ilang percent yung ating interest rate? 14 divided by 4, that's 7 divided by 3.5. Okay, you have 3.5% every quarter, and that is the interest rate every 3 months. Teka, ano muna yung endowment? a man inherited a regular endowment of 100,000 every end of 3 months. Ibig sabihin na pamanahan siya. Okay, di ba? Sana all. Di ba? Every 3 months, makakakuha siya ng 100,000. Okay, pamana sa kanya yun. And that will happen for 10 years. Di ba? Parang, so every year, makakuha siya ng 400,000 pesos in cash times 10 years yun. So, ibig sabihin, 4 na milyon ang matototal niya, di ba? Kapag pinili niya yung option 1 na 100,000 every 3 months. Okay? Pero meron pa siyang option 2. Pwede niyang hindi kunin yung every quarter payment. Pero makukuha niya yung isang lump sum. Ibig sabihin ng lump sum, isang bagsakan niyang kukunin yung pamana sa kanya. Pero makukuha niya pa yon at the end of year 4. Okay? Ang tinatanong, how much is this lump sum? Okay? So, ganito. This is option 1. Na parang nag-iwan yung kanyang, let's say, nag-iwan, nagbigay ng pera, yung kanyang magulang siguro, present worth, pinagbigay, kaya araw pababa, at this time. Okay? Tapos, mamamana niya yan, let's say, this is 0. Makakuha siya ng pera every quarter. So, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth, ... Ilang quarters meron? 40, di ba? Kasi you have 4 quarters every year and that will happen for 10 years. So, you have 40. The end of the 40th quarter, that is your last 100K. Sarap buhay. Okay? So, yan. That's option 1. We don't know the amount of this P. Tama ba? Hindi natin alam kung magkano yung iniiwan talaga sa kanya. Pero, meron siyang option na, okay, wag ko munang kunin yan. Pero, palipasin ko yung 4 na taon. Okay? Palipasin ko yung 4 na taon. So, ganti option 2. Kung 4 na taon, ilang quarters ang lilipas doon? 16, di ba? Kasi 4 na quarters times 4 na taon, 16 quarters. So, option 2 is, ganun din. May ininvest na P, yung magulang mo. Tapos, wala kang gagawin for the first 16 quarters. Mag-aantay ka lang. Okay? Mag-aantay ka lang, dash, hanggang dun sa 16th quarter, dun mo makukuha yung kayamanan mo na isang buo. Okay? Let's say this is, let's say Q. Hindi ko masabing F kasi when you say F, annotation natin yun para sa future worth ng mga annuities. Okay, let's say that's Q. Ang tinatanong, magkano to? Okay? So, yan. So, ayun. What's the plan? Ang gagawin natin is ganito. If given this 100K every quarter for 10 years and the interest rate, makukuha natin kung magkano, malalaman natin kung magkano yung iniwan talaga sa kanya. Okay? And using that value of P, dadalhin natin tong P, uusog natin dun sa after 16 quarters, and then ayun, yun yung value ng Q. Diba? Very simple. Using solution 1, we have P equals, ayun nga, A, 1 minus, sulat ko pa ba to? Dito na eh. Okay? Now, your I is every quarter and your N is number of quarters. Tama ba? So, that's your solution 1. So, P is, ano yun, P? We don't know P. A is 100,000. 1 minus 1 plus 0.035 raised to negative ano ba to? 40. Okay? Over 0.035. Saan galing yung 0.035? Ito na yun, no? 3.5% every quarter. Okay, and if we calculate that, yan, that's 2,100,000. Yun yung iniwan sa kanya. Okay? Kung kukunin niya yan at the present time na pili niya, ay ayoko ng 100,000 per quarter, gusto ko ngayon na, kunin ko na lahat yan. If merong ganung option, ito yung amount na makukuha niya. 2,135,000. Yan. 507.23 pesos. Okay? Let's store this to A. Okay? So, yan yun. And then, the next step is, siguro naisip ng magulang niya, teka, waldas to. Pagka nawala ako at iniwan ko to ng pera, siguro 1 buwan lang yan tatagal, tapos ubos na yan. Okay? Baka 1 linggo lang. So, gagawin ko, tuturuan ko siya mag-antay. Gagawin ko, pagmamaturin ko muna yung pera for 4 years, and then, doon pa lang niya makukuha yung pera. So, at least, tutubo pa ng konti. O tutubo pa yung pera. Okay? Now, if it is going to be compounded for 16 periods at 3.5% every quarter, so you know the formula na Q equals, kung ano man yung P na yun, times 1 plus I, ilang periods? 16. Tama ba? So, yan na yan. Q equals 1, ano yung kayo na? Nakastore sa A, di ba? Ayan, A times, compound siya ng 0.035 o 3.5% every quarters. And may 16 na quarters ang dadaan. So, magkano yun? O, yun na yun. Di ba? Halos sa doble. So, mag-aantay ka lang ng 4 na taon. Then, your inheritance is doubled. Tama? So, ito yung makukuha mo after 4 years. 3,732,939.73. That's your answer. Okay? Yun na yun. Pwede mo rin namang gamitin. Kung ayaw mo na itong P, you can also use yung formula ng annuity na F. Okay? Get the future worth of all this 100K, and kapag nakuha mo na yung future worth, i-atras mo dun sa sa 16th quarter, ano yung value niya. That should give you the same formula. Okay? I will not show you the solution to, kayo nang bahalang mag-work nun. Pero, that should give you the same answer. Okay? Yun, that's it. Ayun yung sagot. And for the, I think this is the last, wala na. For the last example, a fully secured loan of 100,000 was to be amortized by 6 equal payments or quarterly payments. Ibig sabihin every 3 months. The first payment to be made 3 months. Ano to, paki-disregard ito. This is 3 months. 3 months after the loan finalization. After the 6th payment was made, the debtor was in a position to settle the entire debt balance by a single payment on that date. If the interest on the loan is 12% compounded semi-annually, what will be the amount of that final single payment? Okay, let's analyze the problem. Is this ordinary annuity? Yes, kasi sabi, the first payment will be made 3 months after the loan finalization. Ibig sabihin, let's say nakautang ka ng 100K, and then babayaran mo siya, 'di ba? Sabi for every quarter, 'di ba? Ang payments. Now, the first payment is 3 months after. Ibig sabihin, the first payment is 1 quarter after the loan finalization. When you say loan finalization, makukuha mo na yung loan mo. Okay? So, this is your first payment. Magkano yan? Walang binanggit. Wala binanggit eh. Wait lang. Wait. I think there is some missing data here. Kasi, this is A. This is also A. Also A. Also A. Sabi for 6 quarters, di ba? 6 quarterly payments. Yan. Tapos sabi, after the 6th payment, magbibigay siya ng single payment. Ibig sabihin, itong 6 equal payments na to, hindi pa niya na bayaran lahat yung 100k diyan. Okay? Kasama yung interest. Meron pa siyang babayaran na isang malaking payment, single payment F, let's say, o Q na lang. Single payment Q that will erase all his debt. Okay? Mababayaran na lahat ng utang niya. So, 6 equal payments plus 1 single payment on the date of the last amortization that will clear all the debt. The problem is, una, merong kulang dito. I think. Okay? Walang value kung magkano yung A. And let's take this. Let's say, anyway, inventuhan na lang natin. Let's say the payment every quarter is, let's say, 15. 15 times 6 na. Let's say 15K. 15,000. He will pay 15,000 pesos. Wala namang answer na nakalagay. Wala tayong habuling sagot. Para ma-proceed natin example. 15,000 pesos. Okay? So, magbabayad siya ng 15K. Every quarter. Okay, so solve na yung una nating problema. Kulang given. Okay, now those 6 payments worth 15K each will not solve the debt. Okay, kahit computein mo yan eh. 45, 90, kulang pa rin. Eh, may interest pa, di ba? So, of course, Q will not be 10,000 pesos. Mas mataas doon, syempre. Okay, yun natanong ito. Now, take note of one more problem. The interest rate given is 12% compounded semi-annually. We know that the 12% compounded semi-annually, 6% yan every 6 months. Okay? So, if this is first quarter, second quarter, diba second quarter, ibig sabihin, semi-annual yun, diba? So, ibig sabihin, 6% dito, and 6% dito, and another 6% dito. Okay? Anong gagawin mo? Tama ba na hatiin mo na lang yung 6% para maging per quarter na yung interest rate mo? Is this correct? Yung 12%, hatiin mo na lang sa 4. Is this correct? Hindi. Hindi yan. Kasi dapat, yung nominal interest rate mo is 12% compounded quarterly. Okay? Why quarterly? Kasi your payments are every quarter. Okay? Tandaan mo yung sinabi ko kanina na if the payments are every quarter, then the nominal interest rate must be expressed also every quarter. If not, you have to convert the given nominal interest rate into a compatible one. So, ibig sabihin, the first step here is to convert the 12% compounded semi-annually. %12% compounded semi-annually into some nominal rate X% compounded quarterly. Okay? So, para maging compatible yung interest rate natin and yung periodical payments. Okay? That is very important. Okay? Although, bihira lang yung problems na binibigyan ng ganito. Pero at least, pagka nakasagupa ka ng ganyan, alam mo kung paano siya solve. Okay? So, of course, their effective interest rate must be equal. So, balik tayo dun sa unang lesson. So, 1 plus r over m, di ba? 1 plus r over m raised to m minus 1 equals 1 plus r over m raised to m minus 1. Okay? So, for this one, it's 1 plus 0.12 semi-annual, so dalawa. Ito naman, 1 plus r is unknown, 4 raised to 4 minus 1. So, ano yung ating r? Ano yung r na yon? Hindi ko nasasama yung minus 1 sa kabila ang sides, ha? Oops, kulang ng decimal point sa kabila. So that's 11.8252. 11.8252% compounded quarterly. Okay? Bali ilan yun? Ano yung, bali per quarter, ano yung interest rate natin? Ibig sabihin yan, that is 2.9563 every quarter. Okay, so that is the value of our I. Okay, yung ilalagay natin dito. Hindi 3. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, kailangan i-convert mo muna, hindi dire-diretsong gagamitin mo, ha? So that's 2.5963 every term. Okay? So, yun. That's it. Diba? So, how do we solve for this? E di pag-equity natin to. Kopyahin na natin to, ha? Let's copy. Yan. Pwede mong sabihin na 100,000 equals the present worth of all these payments plus the present worth of Q. Tama? So, ganun lang naman yung sa cash flow diagram natin eh. Kailangan mo lang pag-equitin yung arrow pataas equal sa arrow pababa. Okay? They should be equal sa isang time. So, dalhin na lang natin lahat ng payments to time 0. Okay? So, ayun nga, 100,000 equals, ano yung present worth na itong mga to? So, that's 15,000 times 1 minus 1 plus I. Yung I natin is 0.025963, tama ba? 29563. Okay? Raised to negative 6, kasi 6 payments eh. Okay? Plus, yung Q. Siyempre, i-atras natin yung Q for 6 quarters. Okay? So, times 1 plus I, compounding factor natin is 25963, i-atras natin ng 6 na quarters. Okay? And this should give you the value of Q. Magkano yung huling payment? Parang umutang siya, tapos sinulugan niya ng 6 na beses every quarter. Tapos, nung huling payment niya, kasabay nun, sabi niya, gusto ko clear na yung utang ko para wala na akong utang. Then, magbabayad siya ng cash na amounting to Q. Okay? And, yun yung solve natin. So, that's 100,000 equals 15K 1 minus 1 plus 0.029563. Negative 6. Hindi ko na na-store yun kasi wala, hindi ko na na-store. 0.029563. Plus, false daw kasi false nga naman. 1 plus 0.02529563 raised to negative 6. Okay, so shift solve. So, ito yung babayaran mo na cash. 22,000 181.84. So that value or that amount should clear all your debt. Okay? That is our final answer. The main takeaway for this example is that paano gagawin mo kapag ka nakasagupa ka ng interest rate that is not compatible with the periodical payments. Okay? So, ang sagot doon is, convert mo muna yung nominal interest rate into one nominal interest rate that is compatible with the periodical payments. Okay? That's your answer. Okay. Now, before we end, meron akong isang ituturo pa na technique. Actually, sa calculator ito, pero hindi din ganun ka-advisable kasi unang-una may formula ka naman. Okay? Pangalawa, ito ay pagkuha ng present worth. Oops. Pagkuha ng present worth, if you know the periodical payments, let's say 1,000 every period. Okay? Let's say 25 years. 25 years, magabayad ka ng 1,000 every year. So, ano yung present worth niyan? If you know the formula for the present worth, then you simply plug this given. Okay? Let's say I is 5% compounded annually. Okay? Now, from our previous video, alam natin na itong value ng P, nakukuha yan if you equate o kung dadalhin mo lahat ng value ng 1,000 na to dun sa time 0. Tama ba? So, it's going to be P equals 1,000. I-atras natin ang isa. Okay? Plus 1,000. I-atras natin ang dalawa. You know this formula. Plus dot hanggang dun sa huling 1,000. Hanggang dito sa huling 1,000 na to. Na i-add natin o na i-atras natin ng 25 years. Okay? So, the problem with this is that pagka pinindot mo to sa calcio, napakatagal niyan. Pero, kung mapapansin mo, meron kasing pattern. This is equal. Ang naiiba lang is yung mga exponent. Okay? So, we are going to use the sigma function. Okay? Ituturo ko sa yung technique is how to solve for P, or pwede rin mamaya yung F, if you have the annuity values, the number of payments, and the interest rate per period. Okay? So, lalagay mo lang sa calculator, gagamitin mo yung sigma function. Sigma. Tapos, ilagay mo yung common pattern doon sa calculator mo. So, that's 1,000, 1 plus 0.05, or let's say 1.05 na lang, tapos negative x. Okay? Then, gusto mong pag din mula 1 hanggang 25. So, magsisimula ka sa 1 and magtatapos ka sa 25. This is just a basic knowledge lang to about sigma notation. Okay? So, if you have that on your calculator, dito sa atin, ayun, sigma. 1,000, 1 plus 0.05 raised to negative x. We start with 1, and we end with 25. That's 14,093. If we check dun sa ating formula, 1,000, 1 minus 1 plus I, raised to negative 25, 0.05, that's the same. Parehas lang. Wala lang, pangyabang mo lang doon sa classmate mo na hindi alam yan. Parang, alam mo ba to? Pero totoo lang, wala namang kwenta. Dahil parehas lang kayo. Hindi naman sa walang kwenta, pero parang ganoon na nga. Anyway, yun, basta parehas lang siya with the formula. Ang problema lang dito is that ang kaya lang isolve nito is yung mismong present worth and yung future worth. Of course, kung future worth yan, hindi negative to. Kasi ang gagawin mo, iaabante mo sila lahat. Diba? So, magiging positive ito. Kasi mag-aabante ka eh. Ang problema lang nga nito is, if you are looking for P and you are looking for F, this is useful. But if you're looking for another values like interest rates, okay, or the value or the amount of the annuity itself, hindi kayang isolve nito. That can only be solved using the formula. Okay? Unless you have choices para mag-reverse engineering. But anyway, that is going to be a waste of time dahil you have the formula, so you can just use that. Okay? Sampulan natin tong ano. Kaya na ito, nakita ko pwede dito eh. Ito to, in number 4, yung present worth. Ito, kunin natin tong present worth na to. Yung nakuha natin yung present worth is 2,135,507.23. Tama? That is 40 payments worth 100k each. Ia-atras natin lahat doon sa present worth P. So, that is 100,000. Atras natin lahat yan. Interest rate is 0.035. Okay? Raised to negative x. That is from 1 hanggang 40. Ayan. Ayan na yan. 2,135,507, which is exactly the same doon sa ating formula. Okay? Diba? Wala lang. Parang ano lang. Meron ka lang alam na iba. Pero it's as useful as the other formula. But it has limitations. Okay? So, that is those are our examples for ordinary annuity. Next video is explanation of deferred annuity, annuity due, and the perpetuity. Okay, so I'll see you there.